Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to finally my January flip through. So you may know this, but I've been really behind on my reading journal, mostly because of school and just I'm very busy with assignments and stuff. I finally finished it and I do have a video of me working on it on my channel right now if you feel like watching that. But today's video we're just gonna go through the spreads very quickly, and I'll talk a bit about the books that I've read in January. So here are just my not really updated spreads for just really general stats. But here's my first January page. So somebody did mention that it'd be cool to write the book that I've read on the day that I finished the book. So for example, I've read The Do-Over and I finished it on January 2nd. And honestly, I love this idea. It just shows me like kind of a very global view of how fast or slow I've been reading. So this is my first page for January. As you can see, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books in January. And most of the books were really good ones. So here's my first spread, probably my favorite book of the month. It's also the first spread that's made out of 2 pages. The rest of them are all over 1 page. But here is my spread for The Do-Over. So this was the first like real spread that I've done in this journal. So I really didn't know like where to go with my ideas and stuff. So I just like kind of just went with it, and this is what we ended up with. So one thing I really like, I'm gonna do a lot more, is adding all the tabs that I use, because I annotate most of my books and I think that adds a lot of color to the page, and just like annotating is part of my reading experience, so I like that the tabs are right there. I have my review that I wrote on a separate paper because I just didn't want to mess up on the actual paper and then have to like erase and try to fix it. I like to have the picture of the book. I'm a very visual person, so having the picture of the book right there really helps me if I have a very short memory and I see a book title and I'm like, what is this? Well, I have the cover, so that's great. I'm not really sure what's going on with the color theme here. I think I just was like trying to do a very girly and cute theme, but the colors, I don't know about them. I feel like they clash a little bit. I've got some stickers from various Etsy shops. I have this kind of like photo frame that I really like, and this is the only page where I have my rating. Like this one I bought actually little star rating stickers that I use for the next spreads. So this is my first spread. The Do-Over by Lynn Painter is an absolutely amazing YA book featuring a teenage girl and a teenage boy, and our girl goes through a time loop where she has to relive Valentine's Day over and over and over again. I really like this book. It was my favorite of the month, so I did really like it. Give it 5 stars. It's still a 5 stars today as I'm filming this in April. Yeah, I'm that late. And now let's go to the next spreads, which are my manga. It just so happened that I put both of my mangas on the same like page. The rest of these are novels. But first up, I've read 3 volumes of Berserk, which, if you don't know, it's a very dark fantasy manga series, adult manga series, might I say. But it's really addictive. So I actually really like the spread for Berserk. I feel like it's really simple, and having the 3 books there that I've read really like fill up the page, so I didn't have to add much to the page for it to not be completely blank. And I did rate these 5 stars. They are very dark and weird and like really messed up, but they are really good books. So that's why it's a 5 star. Some very dark and sad things happen in them. But yeah, they're still a 5 star read. These books, like these specific ones, we really learn a lot more about the characters and their backstories. And yeah, I don't have much to say about these actually. As you can see, my review is kind of short. And then moving on to Spy X Family, or Spy Family, I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but I've read volume 2 in January. This spread, I'm not a fan of. It's like kind of all over the place, and I'm not, like, I don't know what it's trying to do. I have like flowers, butterfly, and a frog, but then it has nothing to do with the manga, so I don't really know what was going on there. But it's okay. We're moving on. It's fine. Spy X Family, it's about this spy who needs to adopt a kid and get himself a wife in order to complete a very important mission. And the kid is this little girl here. She is actually a telepath, so she knows everything that's going on in the spy's head. And the wife that he hires is actually a trained assassin, and he doesn't know that, so it makes for a pretty interesting and intense story, and I love it. This volume and the do-over, like, they're very close for the first place for this month. The next 3 books that I've read are romance books. First up, we have The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Again, here I use my tabs that I use. I love doing that, honestly, and because I love to match the tabs to the cover, we end up with matching tabs to the spread in my reading journal, so that's just like absolutely perfect. For this one, I kept it really short because of the tabs. It takes up a lot of the page, so I don't need to add too much. And again, I have the picture. We all know what The Fine Print is. It's a very beloved romance story. And for my part, like, I really enjoyed the book, but it was a bit forgetful, or like forgettable. Like, I finished the book, I was like, I really liked it, but then a few days later, like, I just forgot about it really, and that's me being very honest. But I would still recommend it. I still want to read the next ones in the series, just maybe not right now. This one I rated 4 stars, and yeah, I don't know what it is about this specific spread, but I really like it. It's really simple, a bit like I feel like this spread, simple but still really pretty. So now we have The Bright Test by Helen Hoang. I do really like this spread too, except for the fact that I forgot to add the tabs. So I did tab this book, I did annotate it, but I forgot to add the tabs to my spreads here, which kind of bums me out. But it's okay, we can move on from it, it's fine. I rated this book 4 stars. It's really cute, but I did enjoy more The Kiss Quotient by the same author. I did lose a little heart thing there, because that's what it is like on the cover, and I'm really proud of this. It's really cute, I like it. So The Kiss Quotient, oh, I didn't even say what The Fine Print's about. Let's go back a little bit. Basically, this follows like a billionaire guy who is put as the director of Dreamland, which is like a theme park. And then he hires some people to make the park better, and one of those people is our love interest, Zara. And there's a romance between them. It's really spicy, and that's all I'm gonna say really. And The Kiss Quotient here, back to this one, is about this girl, Esme. I wouldn't say that she's hired, but she goes to America to like kind of like act as this guy's wife, or like they're gonna get married, like in an arranged marriage, but they do end up really liking each other, and it's really cute. And our main girl isn't really used to America, and our main boy is actually autistic, so their interactions are really interesting to see, and also just for Esme to understand what autism is, because at first she's not really sure. It's a really sweet story. I rated it 4 stars. And finally, which is where I'm at, I did not update anything else in the journal yet, but the last book I read in January was No Rings Attached by Rachel Lacey. I added the tabs again. And this is a sequel to Read Between the Lines by the same author. And I loved that book. And this one, because I loved the first one so much, I think this one disappointed me a little bit. It wasn't as good, and I rated it a 3.5 stars. I do like the spread though. Got a little like vintage looking down here, and then some florals up there. There was an aspect of finding a real family, so like biological father, which I did really like. The romance overall though wasn't the best. And this starts off as like a fake dating thing, so it's really good, but it takes off from there and goes in like a bunch of different directions, so it's really hard to tell you like the main trope of this. That's the last spread I have. Now I need to work on the next one, so February, March, and April spreads. Let me know which one of my spreads was like your favorite, but honestly, I'm still not the best at this. I have gathered a lot of new materials and stationery things, so I have a lot more stuff to work with now, but still I need to practice my journaling, because I see so many journals on here and I'm like, oh my gosh, like where do these people get their creativity, you know? So yeah, I do need to update this. I think I'm at 35. And this isn't updated either. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this really quick flip through of my January spreads. Once I have all the other months done, I'm also going to do separate videos for those. Make sure you subscribe if you like this video, and if you want to see more bullet journal videos. I'm always looking for suggestions on how to make my bullet journal better, because I'm a beginner really, like I just want to learn and have fun with it. And this is really random, but I got this washi tape from Stationery Pal like a week ago, and it's the cutest thing. It has a little bear and little cherries, and I love it. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.